It was supposed to be just a normal weekend, but when Sarah received the news, her world crumbled. Her husband, Alex, whom she thought she knew inside and out, was going on a weekend getaway. Not with her, but with his co-worker, Lisa. At first, Sarah thought it was a joke. After all, Alex had always been the family man who swore he would never put work or anyone else before her. But this was different. What began as a simple trip soon unraveled into something much darker, and what happened next was nothing short of life-changing. Where are you watching from? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories, or please complete our 1,000 subscribers. It all started with a casual mention of the weekend getaway. Alex had come home from work one evening, wearing his usual smirk, telling Sarah about the business trip that had come up. But when Sarah asked him if Lisa would be attending, he seemed caught off guard. It wasn't as though they hadn't talked about work trips before. He had always included her in the conversation, but this time, something felt off. Sarah had seen Lisa around at company events. She was the type of woman who always had an answer ready for everything, a kind of woman who wore confidence like a second skin. Alex had mentioned her a few times, but never in a way that made Sarah think twice. But now, with everything piecing together in her mind, she couldn't ignore the doubts creeping in. That night, Sarah lay awake in bed, staring at the ceiling. She couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. She had always trusted Alex, but this sudden secretiveness was eating away at her. Why was he so insistent on going away with Lisa? They had never gone on a getaway without her, and Alex had never seemed the type to take a personal trip without discussing it with her first. The morning of his departure, Alex kissed her goodbye as usual, though this time there was a tension between them that neither could ignore. "I'll be back Sunday night, babe. Don't miss me too much," he joked, his words falling flat in the silence between them. He left, and Sarah was left to process everything on her own. Days went by, and Sarah tried to keep herself occupied. But every time she picked up her phone, she found herself scanning social media for any sign of Alex or Lisa. What she found made her heart stop. Alex had posted a photo, a picture of him and Lisa standing side by side at some remote beachside resort, smiling as though everything was fine. They looked too happy, too comfortable, and for the first time, Sarah felt a knot in her stomach. Was it just a harmless work trip? Was she overthinking it? But deep down, she knew that this wasn't just about a weekend away. The image burned in her mind, leaving her with a pit of anxiety and doubt. She decided to confront him. When Alex returned that Sunday evening, he seemed different. There was something about his energy, like he had shed the weight of the world and returned unscathed. But Sarah wasn't going to let it slide this time. She asked him about the trip, about the picture, and the feeling in her chest only grew as Alex stumbled over his words. "It was just a weekend getaway, Sarah," he said, his tone defensive. "We were working, and Lisa and I just decided to grab a drink afterward. Nothing more." But Sarah could tell. She knew the truth. There was more to the story. As the days wore on, Alex continued to deny her suspicions, acting like nothing had changed. But Sarah's heart knew better. She started noticing subtle things, how Alex would leave his phone unlocked around her, how he was suddenly more distant, how he would get defensive when she asked about work. But the most telling sign was the way he treated her now, like she was invisible, as if her feelings didn't matter. Was it possible that Alex was hiding something? Or worse, someone? Determined to uncover the truth, Sarah took a step she never thought she would have to. She checked Alex's phone. Her heart raced as she scrolled through his messages. It didn't take long before she found what she was looking for: flirty texts between Alex and Lisa, messages that crossed the line between professional and personal. The words leapt off the screen. "I can't wait to see you again." This weekend was everything I needed. Tears welled in Sarah's eyes as the weight of the betrayal hit her. It wasn't just a business trip. It was a lie. It was a betrayal of trust. Alex, the man she had loved for so many years, had crossed a line she never thought possible. The heartbreak and anger burned in her chest, but there was something else, something even deeper, a feeling of clarity. The truth had finally come to light. Alex had made his choice, but now Sarah was faced with a decision of her own. What would she do next? Would she confront him, or would she walk away? The days that followed were filled with confusion and heartache. Sarah found herself questioning everything about their relationship. Was it love, or had it all just been an illusion? But through the pain, something remarkable happened. She found strength she never knew she had. Slowly but surely, Sarah began to rebuild herself. She reached out to friends and family for support, rediscovered her passions, and began focusing on her own happiness. It wasn't easy, but with time, she realized that she deserved so much more than what Alex had given her. She wasn't going to let his selfish actions define her. She was going to choose herself, even if it meant walking away from everything she thought she knew. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more stories about life, love, and personal growth.